Hi everyone, this is Margaret Manning with 60 and Me. This is the place where women over 60 come to be inspired. And today I have with me a guest, Arian Poole. Arian is a professional makeup artist. I've known Arian for some years now and I love working with her. Hi Arian.
Hi there, and I love working with you too.
You know, it's a mutual affection.
It really is. Yeah.
The reason that I like you and working with you is that you're so practical and down to earth with your advice about makeup for older women. And, you know, you get it. I mean, you understand some of the things that we face. And what I would like to talk to you about today is one of my favorites, which is lips. And where mine have gone.
Yes.
Honestly, I used to have
both.
You know, and they're gone now. So the top lip. So
the top lip, same.
So when I talk, like I do a lot of interviewing and well, even just on film, I don't see my top lip anymore. Yeah. And so what do I do? Help me.
Can I give you a couple of reasons why this happens?
Yes, please.
Because this drops.
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's not necessarily our lips getting thinner, although it is a little bit of that, but this bit here drops. When we were younger, it was like this.
Oh my gosh, you know, you're right. Like it is.
That doesn't look attractive, I know, because
No, I see now that you're doing this.
But again, all of our aging things are micromillimeters. I mean, they're like so tiny, but they make a difference. So that tiny little, whatever it is, it's because our lips have gone like that.
Okay. That explains it. No, I understand. You know, I should never had that explained to me before, but it's gravity, really, isn't it? It's like everything else, like the jowls. It's all these things are just being pulled
down. And I'm just wondering if there's any exercises. Maybe somebody else in your community can tell us if there are any exercises that do, to get your lips lifted.
Well, I think kissing probably is pretty good. So maybe we could practice kissing. Yeah. Well, not you and I.
No, but there must be something that we can do. For every action, there's an equal reaction. So maybe there's something that we could, or whatever. Anyway.
So we know what causes it now. We know that's why our top lip tends to disappear.
Yeah. And also, sometimes the actual color can fade. Now, on me, it does. So I'm going to take off my lipstick so I can show you.
Okay. In fact, that's happened to mine as well. In fact, we talked about this in another video about how we have this tone of lip that we may not even discover it, but as we get older, it becomes more prevalent. Mine's a blue, and it's really no use putting light colored lipstick on me anymore. I think it's but I do use a lip liner, and I'm really interested to learn from what you suggest.
Okay. Now, if I go close enough, you can see here that I've lost a bit of color on this side of my lip mostly. Yeah. It's not so bad on this side. It's just fading away.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? No big deal. We can fix this. So I would suggest, depending on, you can use lip colors to match your lip liners to match your lipstick if you want. Mm-hmm. You can also use lip liners that are neutral, sort of lip colored. So I'm not going to recommend a shade because everyone's natural lip color is slightly different. As you just said, I know that your lip color has got a lot of blue in it. So in order to counteract that blueness, we don't want to put more blue. We actually want to put like a corally color because you wear more corally colors and it looks pink on you. So what I would suggest is going out there, there's so many great lip liners to choose from. Choose one that is the closest to your natural lip color. That way that you can swap the lipsticks around if you want.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can choose colors, I've got a bright red here, which is really nice. Bright red. Yep. I've got a bright pink. I've got, coral. You can use those
I have a brown. I tend to use a browner tone, and I think that's partly historical. Like I've always used brown.
But the brownie's got a yellow. It has an orangey undertone. Okay. That's why. So you're not using a pinky color, which is interesting. Okay. No. Right. So, and how I do it is I will start, and I'll do it.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah.
So I have to shut my mouth. Sorry. Okay. It's a good reason.
Okay. I remember when you put my lip liner on when we did the other videos, and I thought you were, painting my nose. Yeah. It just felt like you were coming way above my lip line.
Well, what I'm doing
Yes, I can. All the way to the end.
I'm going on the outer edge of my lip line. If I did it on the inside, which I'll do on this side so you can see the difference.
Mm-hmm. Even from the side, I can see the difference.
This is what most women do on this side.
Wow, that is so dramatically visible.
I haven't gone above my lip line. I have gone on the outer edge. So you have to do the outer edge thing. It's not going to bleed or anything like that. You're using a waxy kind of lip liner. There's long-lasting ones as well. There's many good ones out there. Go out there and just choose. But it's the technique. You're going on the outer edge.
Yeah. So I think that's what I did. Yeah, I think I didn't do enough though. Yeah, you can really tell the difference actually when you even just stay that little teeny bit, and you go all the way to the end, right? Or to the edge of your.
That's because out on this side for me, I have no color, so I have to go out that way.
And do you do the bottom as well?
I do tiny little bit.
It's a tiny bit, so it's mostly
because it's mainly the top lip that's the one that's problem. Now, some women have the opposite. So if your top lip is full, you lucky ducks, then do the bottom lip to fill that up. But again, do on the outer edge. I did a wedding on the weekend, and I did this to the mother of the bride, and she said, "Oh," she felt the same as you should. Yeah. "Oh, you've gone way over my lips." And she looked in the mirror.
That's great.
I've got lips.
Okay. It's great. It's the point. So here's another question then. While you're doing that, should you fill in the rest of your lips with lip liner? Because I've heard that too.
Yeah, you can. I tell you what, when I'm using a color, if I'm using, like, say I want to do a coral color, let me grab the coral one. I love.
And by the way, I want that one. I saw you show that before, and I absolutely love that color.
It's great color.
Yeah. And this is the one that you can use as a lipstick and a lip liner. Yeah, it's great.
So you can fill it in. And
that's really nice. Pretty. Yeah, that's a great color. Okay.
And so you can do that as well. And it just makes everything last longer. It makes your lipsticks last longer. It makes your lip gloss last longer. But it's that key. Now, somebody also has told me, and they put like a bronzer here, but I don't understand why, but it's worth giving it a little try. But a highlight on the Cupid's bow. You know those pens like the Touche Eclat or my Mineral Illuminating pen? If you put that along the top of your lip, blend it in, and it gives a highlight, and it lifts your lips and makes them look fuller.
And what about underneath your lips? I heard, should you put it underneath as well?
You can do that too, yeah.
Yeah. So anything that kind of, it's all done with lighting, isn't it? I mean, it's like how nature works. It's just.
It is. It's exactly right. And what you're trying to do is lift this bit up. That's why.
The illusion. So thank you. This has been really, really helpful. And I love you that you showed it, because I hope that everyone watching has learned. I mean, it's not that complicated, but it's just that confidence of going a little bit above what you might have normally done.
Yeah, because like I say, most people do it on the inside of their lip. You're going to make your lips look just really teensy-weensy, and you're going to make your mouth look smaller. So if you do it on the outer edge, you suddenly can get this sort of like you've had plumping.
Yeah, it's great. So, and we actually are going to do another video shortly about having your picture or doing video and looking great when you're having a video recorded. And I'm glad that we'll refer back to this one, because it's exactly, I think, one of the important things. People are looking at your mouth when you're talking.
Well, because it's something that's constantly moving. And people say, "Oh, you're always looking at people's eyes." Well, actually, no, you're always looking at people's mouths.
Yes.
Most of the time, you're looking at someone's mouth, because your eyes also help you hear what they're saying.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, it's great. Perfect. Thank you. I hope that you found this useful, because I certainly did, and I will never put lip liner on the same again. Thank you, Arian. I really appreciate your helping us with that one. Thank you.
Thank you.